What is going on, everybody? My name is Christian Robert. On this channel, we talk stocks, personal finance, and wealth building. And this is a follow-up from my last video. If you did not see it, it is going over my December dividends to end the year. And I said I would be doing a follow-up video a few days after. And I would show you how much I made for the entire year as far as what my projections are for the next year. So as always, make sure if you haven't already subscribed, like the video. Let's jump right in. So I wanted to show you my account briefly. And so it's quite different than it was when I first started out. Not when I first started, I was 100% dividend stocks, and that still is the primary goal, is to grow dividends so that one day I receive enough money from dividends to cover my day-to-day expenses so that I could essentially live off my dividends. But the older and more educated I'm becoming, I realize that I'm really hurting myself by not opening up. I don't know how to explain it, but by allowing myself to invest in more opportunities. Like, best example is Tesla. Tesla is my largest holding. Currently, I have a value of $14,759. I'm up 40%. I haven't even held it a year. And this is just an example. Obviously, I could be down 40%, but the old me would have never invested in Tesla because it did not offer a dividend. But like I said, I'm getting older and wiser, and I realize that for my goals, I need to incorporate some growth stocks as well. So let's go through this briefly. My second largest holding is now 3M. I have roughly $6,290 in it. MO, which is Altria Group, about 6,000. 4,400 of O Realty, 3,200 in New Residential, 2,700 in AbbVie, and this is also new, but I have UVXY, 2,200. It's actually up 5% today. Basically, it's complicated, but it's an inverse ETF. It does not pay a dividend, that I believe. Although I do feel like somebody told me that they received a dividend, but nonetheless, this is basically a hedge against my stock gains. So what UVXY is, when the stock market drops, it typically rises, and it's a triple leveraged fund, so it rises much more aggressively. So my hope with this is it's currently at $12.73, and I mean, I'm not a pessimist by any means, but we are definitely due in the near to medium term for a pullback or a recession. So really my goal with this is that it extremely increases in price. When that time is to come, I'm willing to hold it. And even if I'm down a huge amount, I know that eventually the stock market is going to fall and this will grow. Now, I don't want to get into the charts or anything, but I believe it hit $60+ in the last couple of years. So based on the price it's at, it could easily, quadruple in price. So I'm sure once it reaches $30 or $40, if it does, I would sell and take that profit. But next we have BTI, which is another cigarette company, 2,100, 1,600 in Geo, 1,500 in Disney, another new one, 1,500 in Uber. I'm up 15%. And this is another example of incorporating a little bit of growth stocks to your portfolio. Win, I have 1,400. And then just to quickly go through so you can see all the stocks that are in here, I now have 2 shares of PSA, I must add. I had 1 share for the longest time. It was the original stock in the portfolio, and I recently bought a second one for some reason. But just going through the portfolio, another one, here's another example of a growth stock, is Aurora Cannabis, ticker symbol ACB. I'm down 34%. I have 100 shares at an average cost of $3.09. It's sitting at just over $2. You know, this is another great example of how growth stocks isn't for everybody, because, you know, some people might see that they're down 30+% and panic and sell. But I know that, you know, in the long term, it should go back up. If not, it is a very, very small holding of mine. So we can, you know, if something drastic happens, I could sell for the loss and I will be okay. And then I believe the only other non-dividend paying is FNKO, which is Funko, and I'm up 10% on that. So I'm really just trying to not get too crazy in growth stocks, but incorporate a little bit. But you know, going down, you see all the stocks. Now I want to show you one other thing. I don't want to make this video too long, but this is my dividend estimator on TD Ameritrade. So if you see some of the largest dividend payouts annually, I will receive $403 from Altria Group, $400 from New Residential, $201 from 3M, $192 from Geo, and so forth and so forth. And this also includes, well, this also states that, you know, these are the stocks that you do not have a dividend in. So if we scroll up, I am projected to make $2,223.57 for the year of 2020. And that is only if I don't add any shares of any of these companies, and if none of them has a dividend increase, which a lot of these do annual increases. So that basically breaks me down to $185 per month with a 5.64% average dividend yield. But if you factor in the non-dividend stocks, my overall dividend percentage is much lower. I'm assuming in the 4% range. Still not bad. And yeah, I don't know if I said this, but for the year of 2019, I completely forgot, but for the year of 2019, my total dividends, I brought in $1,968.66. So I did not hit the $2,000 mark, but as you can see, we are well on track for this coming year to hit it. And, you know, honestly, if I can add a good chunk of money, there's no reason I can't get this closer to 2,500 by the end of the year. So we will just see what happens for now. But I just wanted to update you guys. Comment down below if there's any videos you'd like me to make regarding, you know, some of my stocks, or what are some stocks you guys like that I should look into. I'd love your feedback. But as always, make sure you subscribe, like the video, and I will see you guys in the next one.